What was with the weird inflation thing? Because I've never seen that before. Like, is that like something you're genuinely interested in? Sorry, don't mind me asking. I just was like,
Okay, dead ass though.
yeah,
Me and my friends were just going through a website. We just found a tag
yeah.
and was like, "What's this?" Whoa!
Today we're talking about a Demon Slayer VR chat predator named KENZO on the platform. Now I'm going to go ahead and give you a disclaimer here on the screen, this video, because it's going to be a wild ride compared to some of my other predator videos. This KENZO guy doesn't have just one report on him, but he also just has 2 reports combined. Both cases have over 200 screenshots of his degeneracy. So buckle up, folks. The victim goes ahead and states that they're not doing this to spite KENZO, but simply because they want to end his reign of predatory behavior towards other children. This victim is years old, while KENZO is 20. Also, on top of this, the victim states that their birthday was in their bio, so there's really no excuse for KENZO not knowing this underage victim's age. This relationship had started with KENZO when he was 19, and the victim would have been a year younger, so all of those weirdos in my comments that are trying to justify it by saying it's below the age of consent in some states, you can go ahead and hit the door right now. There's no justifying KENZO's actions wherever you are, and if you attempt to do so, you're a disgusting weirdo. The ticket creator mentions meeting KENZO in the Demon Slayer World Butterfly Mansion, where upon visiting there are always tons of children role-playing and playing around as Demon Slayer characters, so you would think that as an adult that KENZO would know better than to show up at this particular world. He still decided to go through with it and ultimately added this victim when they were 15. Now things take an even much worse turn. KENZO introduces the victim to his role-playing group that focuses on, guess what? My Hero Academia. Why can't I escape My Hero? Why are they all predators? Why are they all My Hero fans? I thought this would be about Demon Slayer. Why? KENZO would ask this victim out by using a recycled poem for another one of his exes in a Markiplier in Space World in VR chat, which I find, honestly, really disgusting, not only for KENZO to ask out an underage victim, but it also doubled down and used something he had written for a previous ex of his? KENZO, you are a terrible human being. As I stated before, there's also no way you didn't know this victim's age. It was literally in their bio, and you wrote them a poem that you had wanted to give to your ex? You are screwed, dude. You are screwed. It is in this next screenshot that we see KENZO asking out the victim with a photo of Genya blushing. Now, how old is Genya? Well, after a quick Google search, Genya is 16 years old, an underage character. Guess I'll add that to the list of strange things in KENZO's Gunnar Bait arsenal. Also, asking out a child, by the way, soliciting a child, extremely disgusting and illegal. In this next screenshot, again, KENZO states, literally me, with a photo of Genya, who you already know is an underage character, and of course, Nezuko, who is also an underage character. I'm telling you that these images just get worse and worse. You know what? Tell me how you feel about this image in the comments below. In this next screenshot, we see the underage victim send a goodnight photo. While this photo in particular isn't the important part is the I love you too, my little butterfly. Little? So you know she's little, so you're acknowledging that she's small in age, or are you saying in general height? Either way, this is a weird, possibly predatory thing to say to someone who is under the legal age of consent. Am I looking too deep into this? You guys let me know. Please. Let me know. This next screenshot, we see KENZO receives a photo from the victim IRL. Receiving photos from a child, while not NSFW, is still most certainly disgusting. They are under the legal age of consent, and he has the gall to state, I love you, after. What a sickening man. He knows what he's doing is wrong, and he still does it. We also can't forget that KENZO loves the victim from every multiverse and galaxy beyond our very eyes. That's a pretty impressive commitment. I hope you'll be able to commit yourself to community service behind bars just as much too. Now in this next photo we see Rengoku and Shinobu, both characters that would not appreciate this art piece, by the way. What makes the screenshot much worse is the bottom part, where we see that the underage victim and KENZO have done sexual activities together. This is incredibly disgusting and illegal. I wish there was a way to intervene and catch this man in the act. I am incredibly appalled by this adult's behavior. Kenzo, you're a monster for doing sexual acts with an innocent youth like this. You're not setting your heart ablaze, you're setting your dick ablaze. You're honestly super weird, dude. Just don't do things with underage people. It's not that hard to keep it in your pants, you dumb nut. In this next screenshot, we see that Kenzo admits to enjoying being dominated by this underage individual, which perhaps is TMI, but it's also just incredibly nasty overall. Time and time again, we see proof that Kenzo has done sexual deeds with someone who is 4 years younger than himself, and constantly sends art or inappropriate images of characters that are under the legal age. Kenzo would go on to send dozens of these images of the character Ochako Arakaraka from My Hero Academia, aka the character that Kamaravati was obsessed with. Still, for some reason, Kenzo was even more obsessed with an unrealistic, proportioned, inflated version of this underage character. As in, the character had massive calcium cannons in every screenshot. Unfortunately, I've lost my identity again. I would love to be a viewer now, not the editor. Thanks a lot, Kenzo. Kenzo would go on to ask this victim to do sexual deeds with him several times, as you already know, I don't gotta keep telling you, going up to 20 rounds, and eventually would even settle on calling this underage victim his wife. Up next, Kenzo goes ahead and sends a photo of himself without a shirt, flexing his large muscles, or rather lack thereof. Seriously, hit the gym, bro. This cannot be what you're repping, my brother. You built like my least favorite Minecraft mob, the skeleton. A second victim comes forward with a completely different report about Kenzo, so let me go ahead and show you some of the things sent to this next underage victim. We learned that this ticket creator has a 8-year-old younger brother, barely double digits in age, and Kenzo was 17, almost 18 at that time. This is incredibly disgusting, one of the worst instances of dating someone under the legal age of consent. When confronted about the age of this child, Kenzo stated that the, quote, age was just a number, quote. I'm surprised I haven't heard even more of this through my journey of cesspools. Numerous videos were provided about Kenzo's actions, and I'm not even joking, take a look at this for yourself. There are 9 different videos right here of Kenzo incriminating himself. Of course, dozens of disgusting NSFW images, all of which I can't show you. Kenzo has posted and expressed great interest in all of these images and the inflation.
Get the fuck.
Hey, it's December 20th, guys. It's 5 days before Christmas.
Even had the mispleasure of meeting
On the first day of Christmas, I got groomed by Kenzo. I gotta ask, is your eyes like conveniently colored for Christmas, or is this just like the way the avatar looks?
Oh, no.
Oh,
This is
okay.
just a genuine thing. Like, this is just heterochromia. Like, if you want, this motherfucker has the same eye color as me.
Well, I run a server for predatory behaviors and reports, so that's why I'm here, is because I had received some reports specifically on Kenzo, and I don't know who it's from because all the reports are anonymous, so it was 2 of them as well, not just one, like usually with these cases. What's up? So remind me, how old were you during this first relationship again? You were...
So this whole thing, I was like,
okay.
7 years old, and it happened around I think it was like the start of summer, like June or even May.
Because the 2 instances that were reported to me was, one of them was when the other person was 10 and you would have been 16, and that is a big age gap. And by big, I mean big. Like, that's almost although it's not, I guess, I was
catfish back then, and I didn't know it.
How old did they say they were back in the day?
I think they said something like 14, maybe.
Okay, so even then, you didn't think that was acceptable, right? Like, you didn't just like go along with it. Like, I get that you were 17, but still, even then, you know.
When people say like, when people say like they're like 50, when you have like a 2-year age gap, that's all right for some cases. Like, that's all right. When there was like a 3-year age gap, that's like
there's a message in there. Like, you like,
but if you're like
4
years apart,
Red flag.
Okay. So what about in the instance of like
7-year?
Oh, I got you. Okay, that's what I was about to ask. Like, 17 is really, like, you know, it's not good.
Like, when I was told like the 7-year age gap, I was like,
yeah.
Like, I was devastated. I'll be lying if I said I wasn't fucking miserable after that. I'm pretty sure that's why I'm such a miserable bastard right now, because that's what's fucking set off.
So, just real quick, do you think anything, like, in your opinion, and maybe open to the floor on everybody else on this as well, do you think anything predatory might have happened with anybody at all, like, in any instances?
Not really. Aside from me making, like, deliberate jokes about someone just like, how about you, and that motherfucker just get over and done with. Just fucking... Just fucking...
What are you talking about?
Not direct, just...
I don't know what that means.
Hand job. Like a wank, you know, just fucking...
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
You know, just grab someone by the dick.
Yeah. You... How close did you get with that 10-year-old? Because I know there's some messages in there that seem...
At first, we were, like, friends.
Yeah.
After this, we were, like, a couple. Like, the easiest way I could say our relationship was just more or less hugs and, like, kisses on the cheek. Maybe a few times on the lips, but, like, nothing actual too direct.
And you're sure about this? 100%? Like...
Positive. Like, I'm being dead serious. There was one, like, if it does help though, there was one time how the motherfucker did say we did do interaction, if you know what I mean by that, like
yeah, like a
sex.
Okay, yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, when they said
so
that, we didn't even do any of the sort. Basically, when they wanted to do it, we just more or less hugged on a bed. That was it, just like on a bed.
So wait, you didn't,
plain and
just
simple.
Out of curiosity, I get that they baited you, right? So did you ever like dig further? Like, did their voice give anything away? Did any like did the attention span give anything away about their age? Was there like any?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. Because they also said they had like autism and shit. I have autism, so I know what that spectrum is like. Cause I'm a total fuck up.
Yeah.
So of course I didn't suspect anything, and then again, a few people do sound odd when they ever have a disability.
Did you?
But in all seriousness,
ever ask them for their age out of curiosity? Like before? Like I'm assuming they said.
Well, they told me that it was 50,
yeah.
But that was it. I did ask them deliberately, but that was it. It was until like the very end how actually they came clean was just the big reveal.
Okay, I gotcha.
Like I was a mix of pissed off and just mixed fucking emotions. Like I was mostly pissed off, but mostly just depressed and devastated. Like how the fuck can it be so fucking stupid? When I got to learning their age, it must have taken me at least 3 weeks to like completely lose them. Like completely just just chuck them aside and just keep myself incognito for a bit.
Okay, so it took you 3 weeks. Like, why? Can you explain why?
At the time, I just couldn't actually think of a... No, like, this was 3 years ago, Laura, so you wouldn't know any of this. So,
bro tried to intervene and bro got denied.
I was still devastated, and I was like, how can I get myself out of this? Just, how the fuck can I do it?
Well, that's a very
it was my first
weird mindset, you know. How can I get myself out of this? You know, that doesn't sound good at all. You know, like if you gotta tell yourself that, it's not good.
Like I clearly told myself like I have royally fucked up, and there was no safe way of actually getting out of this. Like, how the fuck could I do this?
You see, the problem with that whole situation is, although they lied to you about their age, and they did eventually, I'm assuming they did tell you eventually because you know now.
Yeah.
It's still kind of, don't hate me for saying this, but like it's still kind of your responsibility, right? Because you're almost an adult, almost 18 years of age. And that's what I was getting with that earlier. Like there's had to have been some sort of sign to tell you, Kenzo, that it was wrong to be in that relationship. You know what I'm saying?
I won't even lie. I was a fucking back then. Like I was the stupidest motherfucker imaginable. Because back then, like, I was just optimistic most of the time. Like I always thought like everything could be a bright spectrum, but of course they just kind of flipped that around for me. I'm openly admitted I royally fucked up back then. They offered the relationship between us, but I did give them the warning that about our age gap being like 3 years apart.
Gotcha.
Wait, was it 3 years? No, wait, it was 2 years apart back then, because I think. No, wait, 3. Sorry, I'm being daft because
Yeah.
this was around 19-year-old me back then.
Yeah, it would have been
Aye.
18 and 19 if I look at my notes.
Like, I warned them that my relationship and like my age and her age would have been a massive difference, and I
Yeah.
said like this is gonna be a big warning, and she said, "I'm willing to take this."
Yeah.
Of course, I was skeptical, but I was like,
No,
"Well,
Kenzo. Wait, Kenzo. Hold on. Before we get into details, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you're.
yeah,
I'm stuck on
I'm
something.
fucking stupid."
Like, you're supposed to be the adult in that situation. Why, Kenzo? Why, dude?
I don't know. Like the best way I could put it is that I got low. That's the only way I could put it. I got low.
I understand, but if do you believe there are any sort of repercussions? Like, if say, you had done something in VR with an underage individual that was like a big age gap, like 8 years old. Do you not think someone would try to report you, and maybe you could physically get in trouble if they learned your name or something like that? Like,
Yeah. But then again, back then, our whole stick back then was like completely privated, just like only within the group. Like only our friends would know.
yeah,
None of the public. No, like no going into a public instance and tell about our love life or just
yeah,
like I didn't even put like anyone's name in my bio
okay,
just to sum up
yeah.
who it was. Just say like relationship taken, plain and simple. No actually giving off who I'm with.
Well, that wasn't because they were like usually like and like trying to
Yeah,
hide it.
no,
Oh, okay,
no.
okay,
I've usually just
okay.
no, because my current wife right now, who's like older than me, like by like,
Yeah.
and we're currently just don't actually have her name in my bio because again, I don't want people.
Bro, I'm a snowman confronting this fool. I'm bored.
Obvious reasons.
Yeah, that's fair. I got you. With the 18-year-old when you were 19, I'm assuming they had just turned 16. Am I right about that? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. That's going.
Okay.
Yeah, they turned 16 and like they wanted to get with me. Of course, gave them the warnings. They said like we can make it work and like.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Well, did
fucking hate
they
myself.
did
I hate
they
myself for it.
initiate, or was it you? I heard something about a poem. Was that not?
They initiated it.
Yeah.
But after like a few weeks or so, call me stupid, but yes, I did once make a poem for them, for,
Yeah.
like a virtual marriage agreement.
Okay. So this poem in question, was this poem made for them, or was this a poem you had previously written? Because they were telling me it was a poem for somebody else, but just edited and tweaked.
To be honest, I can't even remember that
Okay.
because I remember once writing a poem. I just can't remember if it was for them. I'm believing it was for them, but that was pretty much it.
I gotcha. Okay. So hold on. Let me get this straight. So you understand that relationship with that female that had just turned 16 while you were 19
complete
years old.
stupid
Yeah,
act.
that was. Yeah, you get that, right? You understand that is by
Yeah,
definition
complete fuck up.
illegal and not okay.
Like I royally fucked up, and I knew that, and I'm just like every fucking day, I'm just hitting myself in the face because I've stooped to a new low. But after that relationship, I just kind of just cut off from any getting into relationships from then on.
Well, there's
I knew-
no.
I
Did
did
you know this
myself-
person's age beforehand? You admit that you knew this person's age, right? The 15.
Yes, the 7-year-old.
Yeah.
Again, like I said, I did warn them like 8 fucking times, maybe even 10
Yeah.
before we did.
Yeah.
It's just, in a way, they kind of like, how do I put it? They persisted me
Yeah.
to do so. Just like,
Well, no one could convince you to do or act on a relationship
I
like
know,
that. You know,
and
yeah.
it's stupid of me to even agree, but I don't know. I think it's just because I was just at my lowest point. I
Yeah.
was just miserable and depressed, and just like felt like I just could have needed someone.
Yeah, I think I was gonna crash
Of
out
course,
if you
you
told me
know
that you didn't know their age, because it was literally in their bio in one of the screenshots. So I was about to be like, bro,
Yeah,
please
'cause
tell
it
me
was
he's
just
not gonna
my-
lie to me.
Like if I didn't know that, I'd just be like,
You know that there was a couple of instances that happened between you and that 6-year-old. Yes, you can tell me that might have happened. There's an instance where your sheets had been, like I've seen some of that stuff, and I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't for my own sake. I really wish I didn't. Like you get what I'm saying? Illegal. I'm gonna say it, illegal.
Fuck, you just gave me a Vietnam flashback. Oh god. I completely forgot about that crap. I mean, this is my responsibility, so I might as well just face the music. Basically, me and this 10-year-old, I did ask for her consent, and just like, most of the time, she was just on top of me, surprisingly enough.
KENZO.
Most of the time, she would just look at me, feel free to slap me across the face and just blatantly insult me if you want. I'll take it.
Do you mind if I slap you across the face real quick?
Go right ahead.
There you go.
We're all Brits.
Yeah,
and
I
over
know.
Here,
yeah.
The legal age is like legal age over here is 16.
It's illegal, still.
Aye.
And I'm kind of confused. Like, you don't think that's, like, even with their consent, they're still under the legal age of consent. They're still 18 is normally what I consider to be, like, like, part of you tell me, like, you don't actually think that's, like, right?
Oh god, like I could actually feel my fucking fingers shake right now, because it's okay. Like, I know I gotta face this because this is my doing. I royally fucked up, so I might as well face the consequences. But yeah, looking back now, I'm just questioning, why did I do all that? Just, did I really stoop that fucking low just because love is blind? That is pretty much the only summarizing.
So you did.
Like, love is a blind subject, and you can't get too much.
So you really did, like, love some of those people. It sounds like
a wee bit.
Well, let me ask you that question again. Now that you're thinking a little bit more, do you think anything predatory had gone on at all?
Not really, because most of the time I don't even, like, if someone send nudes or pics, I'm just like, no, I've never had the guts to actually do any of that. Like, I didn't even ask anyone for, like, pictures or anything.
Okay.
Most of the time, if someone
did you receive any photos from that?
I don't think so. And then again, I've never asked or requested or any of the sorts, because I swear on God's life and on my mother or on
I know where there was an instance where they wanted to show off their snatched waist, and I didn't see any photos sent there, but I'm assuming with how you reacted with an emoji that there was a photo sent elsewheres. And if that is the instance, that is really weird, considering that they are
because again, I don't ask for people to send pictures or send anyone pictures of myself.
Zoom in on his feet, editor. Zoom in on his feet.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Because if
crime is afoot.
Like, here's a drawing of a fictional character being nude. Yeah, all right. But if it's an actual person, I'm just like,
KENZO, I don't know if it's appropriate to send your like BDSM like tests. Like, maybe they were your partner at the time. I get they could have been considered that, but like, considering their age, you know how it might be a little, not even a little, just really weird. You know what I'm saying? Especially if universally online it was considered an illegal relationship because you were 19 and they were 16.
Yeah.
Do you understand like what I'm saying? Like, everything that happened could be considered.
I've done so far has completely stooped to a whole new level of low. Yes, absolutely.
And I'm trying to help open your eyes.
I admitted like since the start of this year, I'm finally just starting to notice that I was a proper scumbag. She's always been the one to cause the dramas in the group. Like, she says something, someone replies, and she usually goes to me.
KENZO, can I stop you for just a sec, right? What's really getting to me is, like, I see, like, you know a part of it's wrong. You understand that there was something wrong, but then you double back and you say, this group was causing drama. And although it might seem like drama from an outsider's, or maybe not even from an outsider's perspective, from your perspective, that what is considered to be drama is considered a more, how some people have feelings and some people perceive things in different ways. To them, it's not so much drama as it is trauma, which is a word that rhymes with drama. I'm sure you're familiar with the word trauma.
Yeah, fair enough, because I get that.
Yeah.
Again, this was his younger sibling.
Yeah, exactly. So you can imagine how
Yeah,
they
because I
feel.
get that because they feel like they were slightly attacked. Because like when you're backed into a corner by a
Yeah.
wild predator, you can easily just feel like you're the prey and you can't find any way to defend yourself. You're just like you're using all bark, slight biting, and just that's it.
Bro thinks he's a
Just
wild
screaming to the top
predator.
of your
Yeah.
lungs.
There definitely was a screw up, and although you see that, you still struggle with understanding that there was some predatory behavior, even though you can tell me exactly what some of those instances were, such as, sending sexual photos, indulging in sexual things. Universally law, it was not the age of consent, and it was very much so an illegal situation to be in. But so if you understand, if I can say that and tell you right now, if I ask you that question again, are you going to tell me for the third time that nothing predatory had gone on? Or,
Like I'll admit, I royally fucked up a dozen
yeah,
times, and I don't know why I thought like any of these could be different from the last, even though there really wasn't.
yeah.
With that year old, there was just more or less hugs and kisses, plain and simple, just first relationship kind of vibe.
That sounds so bad, Kenzo. That sounds so bad.
I know. I'm not even helping my case right now. I feel like a total jackass.
Although you can tell me, maybe you do believe it yourself, nothing predatory happened. By law, something predatory did happen. Like, you understand that at least, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I actually once got a therapist before because
Yeah.
when I stooped too low, I had to get myself a therapist and cut myself from the group.
Mm.
When
Yeah.
I did, this was like about a month at least.
What do you think about like a 10-year-old being with a seven or sorry, what was it? 17, right? Yeah. What do you think about a 10-year-old being with a 17-year-old, even if they're like lied to? It's still technically their responsibility as an adult, right? Like, am I wrong about that?
It's still messed up,
Yeah.
especially with
Mm.
the large year gap. And of course, as a 17-year-old, you're way more mature than a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
So, canonly, you count as a minor. You're close to the age of consent, I think,
Mm.
word-wise.
Yeah.
But your head is way more improved. You know the world better. You know situations better.
Yeah. You can tell
Which is
right from
why
wrong.
it's a bit
Exactly. Yeah.
disappointing on my end. I'm shocked to hear this. I never heard such thing in my life.
So, Kenzo, just from an outside perspective, having cookies here, I was hoping to help you realize that no matter how you try to justify it, there was something predatory going on, and that's the whole point of why this report was made in the first place. Like, it's all, like, hearing it from you, it sounds like it's all just not sunshine and rainbows, like we were talking about earlier, but like, it just sounds like you don't want to talk about it. Like, it's like denial, I guess, is the word I'm looking for, as much as I hate that word. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's just pure fear, I guess. Just knowing the fact that I really fucked up at least a million times, even though it's been twice, even though it feels like more. The fact that knowing that even if I do apologize or just anything that I do, it's not going to change anything.
Try apologizing
Body's
here,
still
and
shaking. Hold on, give me a second. Oh, fuck.
you're good, man. I'm sorry
God.
you're shaking.
Yeah.
As
Go
Taylor
ahead,
Swift would say, shake it off. You know what I'm saying?
Because I know, and I want to apologize to them,
Yeah.
but I know for a fact that all they want is just for me to just be gone completely off the face of the earth. Like for some reason, there's always a part of my body that finds a way
hating is
to.
bad. You gotta set your heart ablaze.
Yeah,
Move on,
because-
forgive. Exactly.
Was that a Rengoku reference?
It was. Yes, it was.
Damn it, dude! I'm a Rengoku fanboy. Don't do me like that. I'm a Rengoku fanboy. I literally have a tattoo of his name and sword on my arm. Like, ah! Then I'm deeply sorry for the amount of times I fucked up. And I know I wasn't exactly the best person or the best person to look upon for being an adult. The worst example that anyone could ever see. So I'm more than welcome to hurt them, but I understand if they want to hurt me. I
don't think anybody wants to hurt you. I think that they're just very, very hurt themselves from the past. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, Cookie, how would you feel if you found out that your sibling was being talked to by a 10-year-old? How would you feel upset about that?
I would be frustrated. I would want
Like
I wouldn't want the worst to happen, and also the best to happen.
You see, because you understand from this perspective, they're just trying to defend their sibling. Like I have several siblings. I'm not sure if you have siblings. Would you not do the same if you had siblings, or do you
I
have
have
siblings?
one IRL brother, but he's older than me, so.
Okay, gotcha. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it is more so.
I know what you're getting at. I just don't know what to say at the current moment, because I know I fucked up, and I know they deserve an apology. I just don't know.
Well, if you want me to be honest, this whole conversation has been recorded. I'm gonna be honest with you, and if you want to genuinely apologize without me forcing your hand, now would be the time to do so.
I want to move on, but a part of me just believes that, will they even fucking care, though? Again, like, there only been 2 times, which was those relationships you mentioned, but most of the time it was just actual friendship and none of that fucking relationship crap. It's just mostly been our friendships that's been downhill.
Kenzo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Can I smack you again? Because I feel like you're backtracking.
By all means.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
There you go. You're like the progress you were making with me. Like you just kind of like went backwards.
I'm sorry. I just. Again, it's hard for me to move on because never actually fully connected. You know, we've just been a bunch of miscreants in a room. When you put 2 wild-ass Tasmanian devils in a room, what do you expect them to do? Get along? Fuck no, they'll just kill one another. That's just nature. Survival of the fittest.
Bro, saying nature. He's a predator by nature.
On top and which one actually has
the
essence of being the alpha.
Like, I don't understand how one part of you is feeling like, oh, I owe these people an apology, and then you turn around and you're like, you know, screw these people. I don't like these people. Like it's like you have bipolar, you know? Like I'm not sure if you do or don't, but like I'm very confused on how you keep going back and forth with me when I'm trying to get you to see no matter how you spin it, it's not going to look good, you know what I'm saying?
I think I'm just genuinely scared. Like the best way I could put it is that I want to apologize.
Do you think those people were scared when they had some of these things happen to them, some of these very horrifying events that can traumatize children? Yeah.
I think most of the time they were always just angry, but in the way you put it, you actually summarized they were just defensive, on guard even.
Well, that's exactly what it was. They're all just young children. They don't know. Like, you should know better considering you were almost the legal age of consent. You know what I'm saying? Like, this a 10-year-old and a 15-year-old. Like, it's not a war with these people, by the way, Kenzo. They consider themselves victims.
I wouldn't say it's a war. I just more like a...
Okay. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to share or that you'd like to say, like on record? Like,
again, I hate that I can't hate everybody forever and just always have the saddest reason to give them my remorse and redemption. But all the same, because I admit, I don't know why I did it. Maybe because I was just depressed, I stooped to a new low, or desperation.
Yeah.
I don't know what could set it off, maybe the last one, but in all honesty, I really just want to apologize, but I know for a fact as soon as I meet even one of them, my body's just gonna be paralyzed, and I'm just like, what?
Well, they're children. They're not gonna do anything to you. Like, it's not gonna...
I know, but have you actually seen like a child's face, pissed or sad, or just like a mix of all
and it makes you feel pretty miserable?
That kind of look? Yeah, when you see that kind of look, it melts your heart. It breaks you.
So, exactly, but that's the thing. Knowing that you know that it breaks your heart when these children are affected by things, did you ever stop to think that maybe they were affected by this relationship in the first place?
Clearly. But all the same, I know I've messed up.
Yeah.
Royally.
Okay, so will you stand on that? Like, if anyone asks you about it, will you stand on that, or will you be like, no, nothing ever happened? If you keep this for the records, then I could definitely say that I understand their reasoning for hating me, and if they want me just gone forever, this guy's just...
I'll understand why. But if I could, I would give them my deepest apologies.
Okay.
To say I'm sorry for the incidents we had, the whole giving
Okay.
the other trauma, and just sorry for just ignoring the past and just trying to
Okay.
look for a brighter future.
I
'Cause
gotcha. All right, Kenzo.
everyone has their own way of coping
Yeah.
with their problems. It's
Yeah.
just we're all just in our own ways of just
Yeah.
finding remorse.
What do you guys think about some of these relationships? Do you think they were okay? Do you think it should have happened? What do you guys think about all this?
Something I didn't expect from a person like KENZO. Though, yeah, I don't know him a long time like Laura.
Yeah.
You are a close friend of mine, that's for sure.
I thought I was just that one background character in your life. I thought I was just that
Shut the
kind of
fuck
guy.
up. Let me
Damn.
go. Anyway, no, I'll be fully honest. Other than a friend, I'll have to use my mind here, and I'll say it's not okay to do such things. As the person sitting in the back, and of course, I thank you for allowing me to do this. I'm not supporting anything that have been done instead around here. Even I understand the fact that you weren't in your best mental state, but it's not an excuse.
Yeah.
I will have to admit, I think it generally was on me for being the eldest sometimes. Because again, desperation and just misery makes you do stupid shits, and
Yeah. It's not an
the
excuse.
same.
Like I said, even then, like even if you're desperate or
like I'll say it
depressed,
because
yeah,
what I done was just unforgivable.
yeah.
And everybody should have the rights to hate me for the shit I've done.
Do you think anybody should ever go
Yeah.
and like get in a relationship with a child?
No,
Like,
no, because if anybody stoops as the level as I gone and just do something like that, they shouldn't.
yeah. And do you know
Because
why?
as
Like,
people,
because it's
because since I've dived that far down into the rabbit's hole, then I don't want to see everyone else or anybody else to stoop that low or just do anything stupid. I know what it's like to fuck up royally,
yeah.
so if I could, I want to see everyone else in a better state than to not act or wind up like what happened to me.
Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this Predator Exposed video. Kenzo was quite the character, to be honest with you. Although I expected more argument, more fighting, I didn't have to do a whole lot of infighting, which is pretty nice. However, I will say that Kenzo gave off the interpretation to me that he didn't really care about that conversation one bit. He sees himself as the victim and not so much the victims as the victim, which is more important. The victim's side is what matters more than I think I feel from the actual predator or suspect themselves. So with that being said, I don't really feel any sympathy for doing this confrontation with Kenzo. I think that Kenzo is capable of not making any changes. I think Kenzo will stay the same and continue to put the blame on the victims. Victim blaming is a classic case amongst these predators. With that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I could be tripping, I may not be tripping. Let me know what you think about this. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comments below. Goodbye, everybody, and stay safe.